Hello, everybody. I think we are live. I think my internet's kind of tanking a little bit. That is fantastic. What is happening? Let me try. Well, welcome on in. I hope my internet's not terrible right now, but I'm going to shut off a server real fast. Just because I can. I don't really need it running. Okay. That should hopefully improve the internet speed by a little bit. Hopefully. Keyword. Hopefully. Um, Welcome. All the Mods 9. It has been a minute. Genuinely has been a minute. And I am in the exact same spot that I was the last time I played this, literally a month ago. Yeah. I haven't played since then. I genuinely haven't touched All the Mods 9 since then. Because I've kind of not felt like touching it. Because I'm still waiting on these guys as well. These guys to make Saturated Tau. Still has not happened. One of the things we're going to do today is first things first. We're going to fly through occultism. And I think that would be just pretty easy to do. Botany pot. We're going to do this because I think this would be just a better, like a fun thing while we're waiting on some stuff for blood magic to occur. So we're going to just get into this. Can I use this with Insanium Farmland? I can. So this and this. Keyframe, what? Hmm. Nope, my keyframes are 2. I don't 100% know. Yeah, my internet seems like it is having some problems today. So if I do just suddenly drop off, hoping I don't, but we shall see. Okay, oak sapling. Let's just grab stone. Okay, we're gonna then grab flint and steel. I should have one in here. It doesn't look like I do. Fire charge. We're gonna take andesite. Drop this in here to get other stone. No, I just accidentally did that wrong. And that wrong. Hold on. You need to light this demon dream fruit on fire. That's what I'm forgetting. Kind of getting distracted because I've got like 2 or 3 different things happening all at once. Okay, magnet off. This fire charge, soul spitfire, spirit fire. Goodness. Andesite. We'll just take 4 stacks. Okay, that will be good. And then we are going to quickly grab an oak sapling. And I think there is, yes, okay, so we do have Demon Dream Essence in this version. So that'll be much better. So I'm going to grab that. Where is my time in a bottle? There it is. So this is not the highest tier botany pot, but I'm okay with that as well. So we're going to then just craft this up to be this. We're going to bone meal this tree. And we are going to grab a vanilla axe. Or just a normal axe with no enchants, really. Eat this up. And we are going to chop this down. So that did not work. Okay, so it's different in this version. Which is fine. Also, I'm flying. Cool. What is the difference in this version, then? So the version difference, let's see, where is the Dictionary of Spirits? Dictionary of Spirits. So in this version, Demon Dream Fruit, Third Eye. Let's see. Low-tiered materials can be harvested by consuming Demon's Dream. Well, that's what I just did. Okay. So, most likely, let's just grab a vanilla axe. No enchants, no nothing. Well, hold on. That's why. Hold up. Because I'm losing my mind. Because we need this. Do I remember how to do occultism? I literally just did occultism. There's probably a chapter in here about occultism as well. Yeah, that's what I'm missing. Okay. This. Nope, I need that. Apparently I'm not in my element today. Not really. Hello? Oh. One more log. Okay, now we do this. Actually, let me grab some bone meal before I do that. So, munch down on this. Grow this. Punch this. Okay, and we'll do that one more time. Let's do it one more time. I just want to get, like, at least 10 plus logs here. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But this thing is so trippy. Do I have any milk? Because I don't really need this anymore. Okay. Fire charge. Let's get rid of this. And then snag one of these real quick so I can relight this. Perfect. Okay, so what we need to get next is probably chalk, right? White chalk. Okay. So Spirit Fire plus that, plus Otherworld logs, gives us that. Burnt Other Stone is just that in a furnace. Okay. So we'll just grab a piece of coal. I ain't really too worried about it. And we'll grab some other stone. Just do 16 for right now. And then the Otherworld logs. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now we should be able to make the white impure chalk here. There's our normal white chalk. And then with the Dictionary of Spirits, we're going to look at clicking through the rest of this stuff. We also do need a couple other things. Is it just straight books that go in here? Yes. Perfect. And then feathers. And then ink sacs. Is it ink or ink sacs or black ink? Okay, it is black ink then. Do I want to just craft this down? There's got to be a way to make this better. Or can I do... Can I make charcoal into black ink? Black dye? Yes, perfect. So I can make charcoal quite easily. Okay. So with that stuff being done, we want to look at the Otherworld Trader. Rituals, summoning, Otherworld. So we need Aviar's Circle. So it's going to be our first ritual that we go. So white chalk, white chalk, white chalk. I don't have a chalk eraser yet. That's okay. You don't actually need a chalk eraser. It's just more convenient. Okay. And actually, I needed it there. Didn't need it here. Okay. And then candles. We got white candles. Boop, 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 boop. Golden sacrificial bowl. Just grab 9 of these. Grab this. Actually, I do need that. Bowl. I'm missing something somewhere. Oh, yeah. The centerpiece is the golden bowl, and that does count. Where's... Oh. Just use this for a second. All right. And then... So this is every kind of sapling. Birch, oak, jungle, spruce. I guess not every kind. It makes sense to have more sapling types in here, but they don't. That's fine. Spruce and then jungle. All right, and then we need the center book, which is the Book of Foliot. Foliot, whatever. There we go. Get that going. And then we've got our oak saplings that we need to trade him. Shift right click on him, just give him the saplings, and he will then give us Otherworld saplings, which is fantastic. Botany pot. Barrel. He's taking his sweet time. Any day now. Oh, he gave us one. Perfect. That's all I needed. All I needed was one. And these things may not be able to be planted in the botany pot. We'll see. Okay, so they can be. Sanium farmland. Perfect. Okay, so that should take care of that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mark everything as red. Just kind of keep going through this all the way. We will get to most of this. Not all of it, but most of it. Let's see. So what we want to do now is probably get to a couple things. So the reason we're going into this is because we want to get the empty soul gem and the this recipe here, and then the stable wormhole, which requires this, which requires this. So this isn't too awful, not by any capacity. We just need to get up to the tier of the Striker's Higher Binding, which we can look at here. Where is the actual list of the bindings? Oh, down here, Pentacles. Okay. So Striker's Higher Binding. So this does require purple. Which purple, it probably requires end stuff, right? I think that's what I remember. Yes. Crushed endstone. And is this crushed endstone only from a crusher spirit? It looks like it is because it is not any other kind. Hold on. Because I'm pretty sure obsidian dust. I should be able to make that. Yes. We'll just make up some of that. We do need a crusher spirit of some kind. So we could go for base, which would be just using the circle we currently have. So raw materials, which I don't think I have any of these. Oh, wait, I actually have a whole bunch of these. Apparently stuff has not been processing correctly, but that's okay. I'm not really too concerned. So raw silver, copper, and gold. Silver, copper, and gold. So there's gold. And then silver. Got one piece in here. And then copper. Okay. This, and then this. And then the Foliot book, which is actually already in here. Do that. Do this a couple times. And we are cruising. So when we get him, we're just going to take some endstone, drop it at his feet, and then he's going to pick it up, crush it down, and then we'll get purple chalk. You take that. Is any of this being saturated? It does not look like it. Can they be saturated in the overworld? Does dimension matter? I don't actually know that answer. I do not know. Okay, apologies. I was looking at something on my other monitor. Is he just, yeah, he's just taking that long. Okay, so we got one, so that'll give us the purple chalk. After we grab... Perfect. So impure. So there's purple. Striker's Higher Binding. So we just... Oh, we do need yellow. I missed that. Or golden. My apologies. Golden chalk. I think in the newer version it's just yellow, wasn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Gonna let him keep crushing. It's not like it matters. Need to grab Spirit Attuned gems real fast. Perfect. And we just need to grab 4 of these. Put these in the corner. Also, apologies for like not really explaining anything that I'm doing. For the most part, I am currently just running through this. The biggest thing with occultism, there's an entire guidebook on it. It is very fantastic. The entire thing is awesome. There's also a quest line, so if you do get confused, you could go to that. I would recommend the quest book last because sometimes there are errors in those books. I mean, most likely not in this case, but still could have errors. So yeah, and also I recently just did this over in the Direwolf 21.21 mod pack. Pretty much the exact same stuff. There's probably some minor changes, but overall not too much. What am I missing? One piece of chalk right there. Okay. And so this should allow for us to get this. So one thing I want to do... So I want to figure out how to automate this. Well, I mean, I know how to automate this. It's not hard, but I just want to do the automation. That's what I'm saying. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this requires all 8. So if you wanted to automate this, all you're basically going to have to do is get an interaction with this bowl specifically here, underside and above it. Or what you could do is use one of these bad boys, because these are fantastic. If you take the binder and you take this, you can now interact with that bowl, and you could pull and push it, push into it. So if we actually take this, and just run it, you know, up a little bit. Set this here. And if you had your AE2 auto crafter, you could put that probably 2 blocks under it. So maybe I want to put this right here. Hold on. So put the like crafter here and then have everything else push out would probably be a good option. We'll see. Because I will need to make the quantum bridge if I want to do this over in this dimension. So that would be quantum ring, quantum links, and then a singularity. Okay, we are going to just dispatch this guy for right now because I'm tired of hearing the crunch. And so to make one of these, we need a singularity and an explosion. And then we also do need, yeah, ender pearl dust. Come on, there it is. Just go over here real quick. Oh, that actually doesn't light the TNT? Kind of surprised by that. Okay. So that is our quantum entangled singularities. Perfect. So I'm just going to put this, say, right here. Okay. Put this in here, /home. So I would want to put the next one... Well, this is going to be a problem. Unless I can set this right here. Why did that break that? That is ridiculous. Can I put anchors on this to prevent that? It looks like I can. No, it's just going to push it out. That's fine. That's fine for right now. And then we can grab a dense cable and just run that out here. Perfect. Let's go back up to the top. Go back to the mining dimension, which is where we were. And what are they called? Pattern providers? Yes. Fluix cable. So basically what we want to do is we want to do pattern encoding. So this one. Patterns. Okay, so the soul gem, right? All 4 of those items and that would give us this. Perfect. So what we can do, and I'm actually just going to use laser IO for this, just because I think that'll be easier. I actually need 9 of these. Dang it. Which color was that? Yellow? Just gonna stand up here. And actually, if you use laser IO, you don't need this. But if you don't have any other method of this, if you don't have laser IO, you don't need to use laser IO. There's definitely other options. Item cards. So for the most part, the only filter you want is on all of these. Glass. Let's see. Actually, no, I guess I don't need entangle blocks in any capacity because you don't have the ability. You have to have an item pickup. You have to have some sort of vacuum chest, something along those lines. So I was wrong on that front, but that's okay. So we're going to make 8 of these. Let's see. Let me get rid of some of this junk just for a second here. So we would say on 8 of these, we would just want to put a blacklist on the book that we're going to use here. So for this case, we're going to be using the Book of the Djinn. Why is the Book of the Djinn using green dye? What? I thought it was purple for this one. It's odd. Okay. Whatever floats their boat. I really don't know. But we're going to take the Book of the Djinn, and we're going to deny, and then we're going to get this working. So on the down direction, insert, filter. Okay. And then move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. This. Actually, that is incorrect. Hold on. I just messed that all up. Because I have the Book of the Djinn without the actual bound portion. Just going to clear out the card. Okay, so where are the other 2? Did I just not grab them out of here? So I'm just going to do a clear on all of them, because I actually need the book of the bound book, which is this one, not the other one. Okay, allow, so we're going to deny on that. Just going to spin in a circle here. Okay, and then for this one, we're going to want one more filter. Well, we're only going to allow the bound book, which is not that one. This one. So that is going to be allow. Let's see. So this. So that should work. And then I'm going to grab a item collector. So we just need the inner circle more than anything. If you wanted to surround the entire ritual, that's also fine. And I think in this case, we could actually come over here and we could grab the soul gem. I think we can. We actually cannot filter in this one. So that's actually missing GEI support. That's kind of interesting. Okay. But that should be fine. Nothing should be dropped over here. Hopefully. We shall see. Why has that one not got a laser on it? Interesting. We will see if there's any implications because of that. Any issues that may arise. And then let's do a laser node. We need one more, because we actually do need an item card for this. And we're just going to put this right here. Okay. And actually, I think... I wonder... No, let's try something else in a second here. So extract. We're going to do one at a time. That should work. So the only issue I think I can see is, as of current, I need to put this in blocking mode. And I think we should be good to give this a shot. Okay, yes, this is one of the things I did forget. So we need to be able to craft that. And then I guess we do need to make one more thing, which is, this is going to look awful, by the way, but that's okay. Just going to run some cables. Actually, I guess I don't need to run cables, right? You just grab a wireless connector. One more wireless connector. Thank you. Place this up here. That should connect properly, I hope. And snag that by right-clicking. And then go here. Or go... Let's actually go back here. Let's make another fire here. Kind of coming up with this as we go, by the way. Just if you weren't aware. That's why I'm kind of like back and forth between decisions and stuff. It's because I really don't know what I'm doing. I am winging it 115% right now. Why not 100% specifically? Because I'm an overachiever sometimes. Kidding. Not really. Not really an overachiever. Okay. Flint and steel. All right. And then we're going to have a dropper. Let's see. I don't think we have any kind of like living wood, do we? No, we don't. Dropper. So this will be our best option right now. Just gotta break this. Put that right there. And then barrel. Item collector. We're definitely going to make this small. Okay, and then the Y direction. Yeah, we do need to have that be 4. Okay. So that should allow for us to pick items up. The next portion of this would be probably getting a timer, since I don't have something that just openly drops. And I'm okay with that. I don't really feel like trying to figure something out. I could look at an open crate from Britannia. That would probably be a better option in my opinion. Just not really feeling like dealing with that right now. Where did that timer go? It got collected. That's what. No, let's do a 5 delay. And then while we're over here, we'll just turn down dispensers. Okay. So the next portion of this would be to grab a pattern provider. So we'll do wireless connector, pattern provider. So our pattern here is going to be feather. Feather equals this, which just needs to be a processing pattern. So 1-to-1, gem. What else do we need for this actually? Black ink. Black dye, my bad. So black dye plus what is that called? Or equals the occultism dye, whatever that stuff is called. It's this right here, purified ink. Okay, and then I love how middle click just still does not work for me. That's okay. And then a normal book. Perfect. And then we can just connect this. And hopper. Upgrade. So, let's see. Purified ink. Awakened feather taboo book. So this has a filter slot. So if I were... Because I don't need anything else, right? This should be everything I need. Yeah, because the stable wormholes don't require anything. They require other stone, but that's it. And if that is an addition, that's an addition. That doesn't matter. So we are going to pull. Actually, we don't need to have anything pull. We just need something to push, which would be on the bottom. We're going to push the... we can block pushing Purified Ink, Awakened Feathers, or Taboo Books. And we can pull, because I guess we do need to, no, we don't, because we have the item collector. I'm trying to think this through before I do anything weird. So push, and then pull, push. Because you push the normal items, and then you get these items. Well, that wouldn't work, would it? Just doing that. So, solution. Just grab an interface. And instead of putting the item collector there, you put the item collector here. Whittle this down. And call it a day. After we set everything too. And this doesn't have the ability to filter with this. So we actually need to go in here and make sure that we pull each one of these items. And then I know other stone is one of those ones we're going to pull sooner or later. So we're going to blacklist all of these. Or no, these are whitelist. These are whitelist. Perfect. Okay. So whitelist, that should then function, right? So if we needed to now grab... Let's do this real quick. Just do other stone and andesite. Perfect. And throw that in here. So now we should be able to go to occultism. And if we pull out these books, we should be able to make 21 of them. That is a very lovely noise, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to turn all of those down because that was very annoying. But that did work. First try as well. Fantastic. Okay, so the next problem we're going to run into is the Book of the Jinn. When we bind this, we need a Dictionary of Spirits. And this is a single item, right? This is not going to be the one where you do several Dictionary of Spirits all at once. So we're going to have to figure that one out. So let's put this... This is actually going to have to go back at the base. That's why. Okay. So this one here. I hope this will work. I really have no idea. So let's slash home. And just put this inside of our pattern providers. Which is actually back up here, not where I just went. So pattern access terminal. There we go. It's been a minute since I've played in this world, that is for sure. So I'm kind of trying to remember where everything is. So if I say I want 12 of these. Okay, so it does detect it's a single-use item. So I can say 12, and this will make all of them. Okay, so what we should be able to do now is request... So that is an issue. And I think to solve it, we need to pop back over. And we need to look at this pattern and just specifically say, oh, let's see. So if I craft another one of these, hold on. I want to turn this to crafting mode. Okay, so it looks like this is actually going to be stuck making the exact same name every single time. So we're just going to try that. And then we're going to go for it. Soul Gem. Perfect. Let's see if this works. So it looks like it's having issues pushing... Where did that cable come from? So it does not look like it's actually able to push into this one. So, what do we do now? Well, not all hope is lost, friends. All we need to do, because you can hopper into these, and if it's going to be stubborn and not let me use laser IO, we just use hopper. That's okay. That happens. Sometimes things don't work out, and we just got to find a way around them. Okay. So let's just rebind everything real fast. No, I don't want to bind that. I want to bind to where it makes it look like everything is coming out of the center. Just because I can. Okay. Now we're going to push the book. If I put this in the right direction. Nope, it just stole it out of there. That's what not what I expected. Well, there's always an option of getting a hopper upgrade. It's a little bit more annoying to do it this way, but kind of forget that hoppers are allowed to take out of the inventory of these things. So we just do this, and on the down direction we put this in there. And we forgot to turn this off. And then we just push to the bottom. Or is this not going to let me push? Do hoppers not work for this anymore? I thought hoppers worked for this. Get all that junk out of there. Just going to blacklist this for a second. I could have sworn that these used to work. Okay, so how do you interact with the centermost one? Let's experiment. We have an entangled block. So if I say into the side of this... No? How would you go about doing this? Because I know if I right-click, it's going to work. Which is not what I want. Do we have like a clicker? User? So now there's got to be a way to do this. We do have the activator module from modular routers we could look into. It's a pretty good option. And it may just work. Actually, I have a whole bunch of modular router activation upgrades in here, and I should have looked first. But that's okay. So on the down direction, we are going to look level, right-click, whitelist this book. That did work. The only problem now is I think it's continuously right-clicking it. I think. Oh, no. I think it's taken items. Yeah, because right-click just drops it in the ground. So I'm going to try that one more time. I think we may have lost items there. Maybe. That looks like they came back. And we'll just give it a minute. Why are you not doing it now? Oh, it's probably because the diamond did go missing. Let's just throw a diamond here. Is that right? Soul sand, gold, silver. I think we're missing a piece of soul sand. No, we're missing a piece of copper. I think whenever I pulled it off, it did void the diamond and the copper, but that's okay. So it looks like it's going to operate, but we'll give it a second. And by a second, I mean I'm going to speed this up. And that is beautiful. Okay, so that is soul gems. So we're going to actually have to fix this real fast because I forgot. This is still broken. And then we're just going to route this back. Actually, we can just keep the center clicked and just do it this way. Okay, and then that should be pulled out. No. So this needs to be probably filtered as well. So mob or laser IO filter. So basic filter. We're going to filter this by denying it because we don't want that being pulled out. So this should be pulled out by either an interface or something along those lines. And to do that, I think what we could do... You guys are going to get tired of seeing me use the hopper upgrade, I bet. But that's okay. So which side is right? So east. So we're going to push on east. Did not mean to do pull. It needs to go back in here. So push on east, and this can just be an interface. Actually, let's make a full interface. I think that'll just be better. So we're going to pull or push this. Right? Push east. Can I match tags to this? Maybe. Does this thing not have any tags? None that would actually be pertaining to it. So why are you not pushing? You should be pushing, fool. Did not mean to break that. I was trying to break the cable. So the soul gem should have been taken out, which is perfect. But we're going to whitelist this. Okay. So now let's test this one time and see if this works. So everything is being thrown down, which is exactly what we want to see. I'll get rid of that entangled block here in a minute. And then once everything is gone, we then should end up with a soul gem in the system. Which is exactly what we want to have happen. And of course, I'm not speeding this one up right now. I'm just going to watch it. We're just going to stand here and watch it. Okay. And then, of course, these soul gems, by the way, if you don't know, you can basically pick up any creature with them. It's pretty cool. It's basically like a mob captured thing. The mob imprisonment tool from Industrial Revolution. So, and I think we're about at an hour of going. I'm probably going to stop at about an hour and 30. Just because I don't feel like doing too much today. I actually want to go play some Skyrim. I was thinking about live streaming it, but I know I said I was going to stream some All the Mods 9. I don't know how much more I'm going to do of All the Mods 9. I know I want to get to the star. I genuinely want to kind of finish this pack, quote unquote. But it is just tedious at this point. There's so much stuff that we've gotten, and none of it's really pertaining to the end of this game. But that's another soul gem. And that's another piece of the Elder Mods 9 Star Automated, which is fantastic. So that is close to the Dragon Soul. And the next thing we want to get in this lineup, of course, is the Wormhole, which I accidentally just did this. But we actually also did just technically automate getting these two pieces of that because we did the other stone. Hence why I did the other stone. And now we would just need to get this recipe, which is not that difficult because you just need to do foliate. And after that, you would then want to bind this. And then you would just need to do this recipe. And then we would need to do the actual ritual, which is the Azir's Spectral Compulsion. Let's see. Do I have my Dictionary of Spirits? I probably need to make another one. Okay. So this one right here. So this is not a hard ritual at all. It looks like. Oh, not terrible at all. Pretty small. It only requires yellow and white. So yellow, 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 white, 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 white. I think that's all the chalk. And then candles. And then golden bowl. How many items do we need for this? 4? Perfect. Cool. So we need 5 bowls. So this one is definitely going to be easier just because it's smaller. There's the 4th bowl. I was like, where in the world did the 4th bowl go? But yeah, basically you're going to do the exact same thing, right? You would want the modular router in the center. I'm going to put these in here for right now. I will put them in the system, don't worry. Activator module. You're going to want the bound book, which I'm actually probably going to go put these in the system before I do this because I need to know what bound book we're actually going to get from this. So let's actually just quickly come over here. Put all this stuff in here besides this one. And then add occultism. We're just going to want to bind this. And that is the Cryveard. Okay. Cryveard. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So put this in here on the down direction whitelist. Just right click. He's going to right click once there's a valid recipe. That's the one thing you'll notice. He won't right click until there is a valid recipe in there because that's how occultism actually functions. You cannot put a book in there until there is a proper recipe. So it's a pretty nifty feature in my opinion. So we need 5 item cards. Actually, make that 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we also probably want to grab the mob filter, or the basic filter for laser IO. So basic filter, we just need 4 of these. And then the 5th one will be for actually accepting the book. Okay, so do this, do disallow. So down this, down this, down on this, and then down on this. Okay, and then of course we're going to want that one more filter because we're going to want to do allow the book. Perfect. And then we can just grab our laser pieces here, connect all that stuff, and then item collector and barrel. And this definitely does not have to be a diamond barrel. I don't know why I'm in the habit of making diamond barrels for everything, but that's okay. What is this? Filterable Ender Collection Module. No idea what that is. Looks fancy though. So this has the filter of the actual item it's picking up. Okay. So this is a little bit bigger than I want. Okay, so 3 is where we want it to be at. All right. Turn off the range. And then wireless connector. Just so we're not running pipes all willy-nilly over here. Make this look at least somewhat palatable. Somewhat like it's actually meant to be here. So we can just do pattern provider. It's already in my hotbar. Perfect. Okay, so this is where that pattern will go. The wormhole. Stable wormhole? Yes. Perfect. And then we just need some sort of laser node to actually be able to put items out of the barrel. We're just going to extract all. We do need a filter for later to actually filter out the wormhole from being thrown in here. So wormhole. Okay. Connect to there. And then just going to grab an interface real quick because I know we're going to need one. We're going to put that. I got picked up. Where did it actually go? What? I'm very much confused. Very, very much confused. Where did that actually end up going? Oh, it's like right there. Okay, so that's where it went. I was confused there for a second. All right. Pipes. Because we want to grab one of these pipes. Doesn't really matter which. Or the pipe upgrades. It doesn't really matter which one. And then we are going to... Can I just like snag from here? Like add and then just do this? I can. Okay. So we're just going to whitelist that. And then that should be operational. So the bound book of the foliate. Was that on that recipe? I probably should have checked before running back over here. Because I forgot about that. The bound book has that second tag that I forgot about. Hold on. Is there a way? No, not with the E2. Never mind. So let's go here, open terminal, and we're going to make sure that the foliate book is actually the one that we've just made. So this one here. So just a little finicky, but that's okay. So now if we go for the stable wormhole, this should work. Keyword should. Never tested this one. Not until now. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. All you need is 4 pieces. 4 items. And then it just takes a little bit of time. I'm pretty sure this one does take a decent amount of time to work. The only ones that would be a pain to do, like any automation on, would probably be the ones you have to do sacrifices for. Because I would think you'd have to be the player to do that, but I'm not sure. Oh, could you just drop like a pig from 30 blocks up and everything's deployed and you just have the pig die on the ground? Would that work? I really don't know. That would be an interesting one to look at. All right, so we're going to do wormhole. Make sure we blacklist. Change that to whitelist. Perfect. And that is 2 things automated with occultism, which are the only 2 things that I think we actually need from this mod. So I think we're kind of good to move on. I think. Let's just wait for this last one to craft up. And then we'll hopefully be good. So this is the entire reason we got into the mod. Is because we actually wanted to be able to get this stuff. Yeah, I'm honestly kind of surprised this worked. I mean, I did just make this one, but I'm still surprised. Okay, so that is 2 stable wormholes, which I believe is the completion of that quest. We got a solar panel basic and some lily pads of fertility. Don't really need either of those, but that's okay. Just get some of this stuff out of my inventory here real quick. Okay, so that stable wormhole will be used for this pulsating black hole. There's so many jokes that could be made from that. Okay. What now? I'm gonna have to rework this entire thing. Because this was, I've set everything up for the original at thermal extras, and then they changed all of it. So that is work I have to basically undo. Well, what can we do for now? Because I don't want to hop it into a thing that's like too extreme. Fire upgrade orb. Fire rune. Blank rune stones. The Dead King. Huh? The Dead King. Can I capture this guy inside of a soul gem? We have the ability to make soul gems. I might as well try and use them. If I can find another Dead King... what is the structure for irons that the Dead King spawns in, though? Irons, spells, and spell books. Impaled Icebreaker. Let's actually look. I'm just going to kind of cheese this by looking. Irons, the Dead King. Apparently I've killed the Dead King before, but it has been a long time since I've done that. says the catacombs. I think that's correct. Yeah. I mean, we could even test that if we want to. So let's go /home. And let's go to the catacombs. So irons, catacombs, select. 2,000 blocks out this direction. And this may take me to the one that's actually close to us that I may have already went to, so hold on. I may want to try and find a point that is a little bit further away from us. But I think the way you're supposed to find these guys is the wayward compass. So let's actually just grab one of these. So if these goes to the same spot, I'm hoping that this is actually detecting the mob rather than the structure. But let's just go with it. Let's just see. Worst case scenario, it's not. But I hope you're doing well, Frank. I hope you're doing good. Welcome on in. This rain is a little annoying. There we go. We found a biome that doesn't have it. And then we run into it again. Perfect. Fantastic. We also probably have to get into Evilcraft sooner or later, too. About 200 blocks away. I'm doing good. You know, just chilling out some Minecraft. I don't know. I'm not really feeling this pack as much as I used to though. So I'm kind of just going with it. Not really enjoying this too much, but I'm okay with playing and automating stuff. And this pack has really become like an experiment in a sense because I've been able to just do as much testing as possible. Yes, I think I've been to this one. Because if there's a hole to down here, then most likely I've went here and I've slaughtered the dead king. Because this is what the catacombs looks like, yeah. Actually, I guess I haven't cleared it all. But that's okay. So let's just /home. Because the dead king's already dead. He's extra dead. And we are going to see if we can just travel a ways out. I got a 4,000 block teleport. Let's just go for it. I think the wayward compass is a little broken. 3,000 blocks out? Man, that is a long distance. Yeah, well, and my thing is I haven't played this in over a month. And that's mostly because I've been playing modern packs, you know, newer packs, or FTB Neotech, which is, I guess, an older pack. But, yeah, I've definitely been playing other things. It's not what I meant to do. Dang it. Where'd my jetpack go? Just gonna put this on for a minute. Because I can traverse much quicker with this. Which we're just going to fly into the abyss for 3,000 blocks here. But yeah, like, and my thing is I just flew through occultism. I didn't really do everything because, of course, I'm playing the Direwolf 20 pack. I just went through occultism. And I'm, you know, not really feeling like doing occultism 2 times in less than a month. So we're just going to fall until we find out where we need to go. Because I cannot see anything. This is fantastic. I think I'm clipping through the ground right now, honestly. Yeah, and I won't be playing all the mods 10. That is for sure, because I'm burned on all the mods in general. So, and it's not really the pack itself, I guess. It's really just the way this pack was made, and it's just not something. It's not my cup of tea anymore. I would say I do, but the thing is with the Direwolf pack is you do have to understand that that mod pack is made for specifically really for like one person, like one kind of audience, and that is like tech oriented. I mean, there's a balance between tech and did I just actually clip through the ground? Are you kidding me? Oh, there we go. I was so baffled for a second there. I was like, what did I just do? It definitely is oriented towards one person, but it is kitchen sink. There's not a whole lot of recipe alterations. If there are, they're to make compatibility. So it's honestly, in my opinion, a little bit better. You also can customize that pack to your liking, add mods, get rid of some mods. I have done that in the past, and I have gotten people very angry at me because I took out Ars Nouveau and I believe it was the 1.16 pack. Maybe it's the 1.20. I can't remember. I did that in the very beginning, and people were mad. But he encourages people to change his packs and actually kind of just experiment around with them. Yeah, and I know this season he is playing around with the Just Dire Things mod, of course, because that is his mod, and he's playing it for the first time in a survival playthrough, which is awesome. Honestly, I'm happy for him because that is something that I would think would be really cool. Um, so overall, can't really complain about that. I know some people are complaining that he's using it too much and it's kind of annoying, yada yada yada, whatever. But I mean, I haven't played with it too much because I know people are irritated with it, and I use it as much as I can in the sense of I'm not gonna just do everything with it because also Dyer's doing that, and I don't want to copy that. All right, where is this dungeon? Aha, I found the entrance. I made an entrance. That's what I meant. Yeah, and I felt like I mean I tried all the mods 9 back when it first started, when it was very lackluster. I think that's another thing with the Direwolf packs as well, is he does it recently, in the more recent years, it definitely has been at the very beginning of mod cycle, for one dot whatever, and so you kind of have that issue of some of it is gonna be like, hey, where's this mod? Where's that mod? And that is definitely the case, more so. No, it didn't even let him rise. I'm a dirtbag. Oh, here we go. We'll let him rise. Can I swab him? I don't think I can swab him. Oh, I think I need to click on his legs. Let's try it one more time. Oh, okay. So click on his legs. That's how that works. Okay. So we're just going to yoink him. Flash home. And we're going to go down to our R's area. Wherever that may be. And we are going to grab... it looks like the ritual brazier is actually stopped. Containment. We need one of these. But I also want... Yeah, in Vault Hunters, I used to play, but the problem is it really got boring in my opinion because it's not really my kind of, it's not my mojo. So I think it's an interesting pack or an interesting thing, but genuinely, it really is for people that can sit there for a long while and kind of just go through dungeon after dungeon. And I don't think I was one of those people, honestly. Will this work? It will. I like how you can see him just laying down and his legs are poking out. That's pretty funny. I'm hoping this actually even allows for us to get stuff from him doing this. It may or may not. And whatever we get should pop in here. Oh, we just got a whole bunch of goodies. Yeah, it is. It definitely is a different approach. That is 100% for sure. I don't think we're going to get anything from him. No, I don't think so. Okay. I honestly, to me, I think Vault Hunters would definitely be fun with a lot of people. Like actually having several people like running dungeons together. I think that would be a lot funner in my opinion. But I just, to me, I cannot do something like that for hours on ends. It's never been something that I've been too, into. Because I enjoyed it, but it also took so long to get episodes out and stuff. And that's another concept in all of itself is that I do, record this stuff. And so whenever I have time, I would love to play that kind of stuff, but it's just definitely recording it, getting episodes out. And I was going to build a whole storyline and plot line too with that. And I slowly was. There was some secrets in some of those videos, and I'm never going to tell anybody about them. But there are secrets in some of those videos that if you listen and you watch any of those videos, they definitely had some very strange audio cues, some very opaque images on some of those videos. But there was a whole thing I was going to do, and at the end, basically, I was going to have something happen. And that would allow for just a little bit of a segue into another series, but I never did it. And so I had ideas, and I think that plus trying to play the pack itself definitely wore me down. That's another thing is like I think when people ask like what packs do you play, things like that, and it's just like, well, I don't play this on my free time. That's the thing. Minecraft, I don't play it on my free time because I don't have free time. Whenever I'm on Minecraft, I am playing to record. And that's a really weird concept, but it is the absolute truth. Is I don't play this independently as much as I used to. Because I used to back in the day. Yeah, I honestly I just have to play a pack that I really want to get into, and that is the biggest problem is getting into a pack and being like, hey, this wants to give me this idea. But Vault Hunters was a perfect series because of course of all the things that you could do, and all the things you could get up to. But definitely, does this actually even pull items from this guy? I genuinely don't even know. We're testing. Oh, this is the slaughter factory. This is not the right one that I want to be using. Hold on. I didn't realize this was a slaughter factory. Also, technically, these guys will never rise because they don't have AI. Oh, I guess they do. but they shouldn't have AI. Huh. We're just gonna turn this back on since I just swabbed one of them. No. So I don't mean to say I'm not having fun. I don't do this full time. This is definitely a hobby. I would love to do this full time. With me, I do enjoy this, but a lot of the times I get to a point, and you'll see this if you look at the channel and see some series where they just end. For example, Cave Factory. I got super close to the ending of that, but the problem is at the end, it's just like you need to do X, you need to do Y, and when it comes down to questing, a lot of the times I cannot finish packs. So it's like I do have a point of where I don't have fun. Like right now, I'm not having the greatest time because we're getting towards the end of a pack. I'm like, man, I need to do this, this, and this. I'm not doing like, hey, I would love to have and go and do this. I'm kind of like, oh, point to that mod, point to that mod. Those are the ones we're doing. It's kind of you lose a lot of that fun portion of what made this pack fun originally. So with like these packs, I don't finish them a lot of the times because of that. But I do have fun. I just don't play this game for fun after hours, I guess you could say. So after, recording and stuff all day, and I don't, you know, don't really find it too interesting to play this independently. If that makes sense. Yeah, well, so for a lot of the things that I do, of course, I have full-time job on top of this, so it's a lot of it is going, and what in the world is this? Or I missed? Okay. A lot of the times I just go play other games. Skyrim, I said I was going to play that earlier. I think I've been trying to get into that again. There's definitely some, first person shooters like Call of Duty I play every so often. I play other games. That's kind of what it comes down to. Um, Build computers, yada yada yada. And of course, I'm working on getting a second channel running as well. So there's stuff that I do on my free time, and sometimes it's not free time, but that's okay. Also, where am I going? I need to go grab a chicken. I need to grab another egg because I don't want to take out that spawner. Yeah, and I don't know. That's one of the things that to me personally, I don't get burned out that often because compared to other people are like, "How do you post every day?" Back when I did full time posting every single day, that was an experience because it does show that I'm not built like everybody else. And I know that sounds really weird, but overall, I played packs constantly every day and pumped out a 30-minute, 20 to 30-minute video. And then I've talked to a lot of smaller channels, and they're like, man, I work 8 hours a day. How in the world do you find time? And I'm just like, I don't know. And then I have them, getting burned out, and they're like, man, how do you not? And I'm like, honestly, I just don't. Unless it's like really tedious to go through a pack, I just don't get bored. I don't get burned out. There's some times that I do, but it's just, you'll know because I'll tell people, right? Then I take a break off the pack and maybe never come back to that pack or whatever. But it's usually because it's the pack's fault. Like the pack just not being something that I'm like, ooh, I'm so interested to keep going. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It genuinely is. How you doing, Ashley? Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to find a chicken. Where's a chicken? I just need one chicken. There's a chicken. Target locked. Let's go. Where'd he go? I missed him. He's down here somewhere. Now he's over here. Where? Am I losing my mind? Oh, he's right here. Okay, explode chicken. Hope you're doing well, Ashley. Okay, so this is a crusher. This is what I want. And this is just creepers. Let's see if this works. Because if this does work and this spits out a whole bunch of loot, that'd be fantastic. Rise into these nuts. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That was awful. They're not dropping anything. They're dropping nothing. Dang it. That was such a stupid thing. Okay. Well, I guess technically what we could do is we could see how long we can survive. With the, with like 5 of these dudes. Let's go just turn this off. Wait, why did you die? I thought I turned you off. Oh, this is definitely not going to be that hard at all. I'm sorry. I just like 2-shot that dude. Oh, I forgot that this thing is so powerful. Oh, I love it. All right, let's get a few more in here. Stop it. Stop it. Turn off. I think if you had the Killer Joe, is that in here yet? Because I don't think Enderio has that yet. At least in this version. Yeah, I don't think it has Killer Joe. Killer Joe allows for you to attach your own weapon to its machine. And then if you were to actually push these guys into that area, that radius, you could farm these guys. Okay, so we're just gonna. Why do I have my magnet on me? Okay. Yep, we're just gonna come right and just right click all of these guys to get them going. And this is how we farm, right? This is so stupid. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I got one more. Get out of my way. Get out of here. Come on. All right, there we go. I made a whole lot of men rise today. All right, I gotta let them, like, come in and generate. Holy crap. It's so loud I can't hear anything. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. What is happening? This was a good idea, right? I'm so stupid sometimes. Oh. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. That was so fun. I love that. Oh, it's so stupidly chaotic. I've got a whole lot of spells, whole lot of scrolls. I just saw I had 23 of some sort of blood scroll. What is happening? Let me get this undone here. What is that? The Necronomicon? Goodness gracious. I'm gonna be here for a minute. Oh, goodness gracious, that was insane. I love that so much, though. That was just wonderful. Irons, spells. I just got 7 blood staffs and 76 Necronomicons, so probably about 70 Necronomicons, I think. That is going to happen again. I'm going to do that again. That was beautiful. Because if I can do that again a handful of times, I would have enough blank runes for a little while, at least. Why are you guys rising on your own? I want to have to touch you. This is going to get so out of hand so quickly. Just going to leave the spawner on. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to step outside for a second. Let you guys all just regen. Get on your feet. All that fun stuff. And then I'm going to go after you. They should not be aggroed right now because they cannot see me, technically. So we're just going to let them spawn in. And we're just going to go in here. Okay, I've got to turn this off for a second, I think. Just for a second. Okay, let my weapon recharge a little bit here. I keep accidentally destroying my floor as well. Let's let this regen some of its charge. Man, this is such a ridiculous thing. It's not like it'd matter if they hit me. That's the other thing, is I've got so much health that it's literally back to the color red. It's went through every color that's possible. What is up with you? There you go. You're just a little glitched out. That's fine. Okay. Now we just clear out our inventory a few times. Also, I mean, I can't die. I have 64 lives. I forgot about that. This Angel Heart Vial prevents me from dying. It's basically a totem of undying, but you can stack them up to 64. And I have those on autocraft. So every time I lose one, I gain another. You know, it's totally normal. Okay, that is ridiculous. There's one more right here. Hold on. You ain't getting out of here scot-free. Let's go. Wake up. Wake up. I'm gonna poke him in the booty. Okay. All right. I think this will be the last thing we do. Take out this guy, and then I think we'll wrap this up here, because I do want to go hop out on some other games. I'm actually going to go play Skyrim after this. I might have some fun on that. I'm not even 100% sure what I'm doing on Skyrim. I think I was just goofing around with some mods, but overall, yes, chickens are dangerous. I don't want a bounty of 5 on me and Riverwood and just get absolutely decimated. If you did not know, in the town of Riverwood, if you do not go to the Jarl, they actually will not send guards to Riverwood until you go to the Jarl in Whiterun. So, slaughter the entire village before you go to Whiterun. That's what you gotta do. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up here. This has been an absolutely enjoyable episode. I had an absolute blast. Actually, before we do, one thing I wanted to test. One thing. Because I know that this could be an issue. I just want to see it. So we're going to spawn one more of these guys. Oh, I don't want 2 of these guys, but that's fine. Actually, I went and I'm doing a flame, or like a battle mage where I've got a sword in one hand and a spell in the other. Which, of course, is kind of crappy because if you do heavy attacks, it cancels out your left hand, which does suck. But overall, I've been doing that. I've kind of been having fun with that, not using anything other than that. So that's been a pretty nifty thing. Okay, I'll deal with these guys here later. If they do pop up for some reason, that's fine. But I wanted to test, because I know with the Warden, you have the animation that goes, and it still won't spawn him properly. Where's my area here? Containment jar. Because if I do this and this, he is spawned in technically. So I'm curious if this would actually give me the loot table compared to what I have with this guy. Yeah, stealth archer is always fun though. Let's see if this gives me anything from here. I don't think it will, but I was just curious. We're about to find out. Well, I don't think that actually did anything. Oh, actually it did. It actually gave us loot from him. So this does work. Oh, that is awesome. Gave us legendary ink. So you basically just need to wait for him to arise, and then you go and capture him. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I was just too preemptive on actually grabbing him. Because yeah, this is classified as a skeleton, and not the dead king. Cool. Also, how many piglet hearts do I have? Just curious. 198,000. Man, I couldn't put my finger as why I have that many. You know, like, I've only got a few piglitches. And a couple upside down, apparently. Yeah, the legendary ink is definitely useful, especially if you were doing, like, early game farms. If you went and found this guy first thing, as you were getting into irons, you would be cruising through it, especially because he drops the Necronomicon. That would also be very good. Alrighty, thank you for stopping by, Scott. But I'm also going to hop off for today. We had a little bit of fun at that end. That was definitely some good stuff. We did get through the occultism stuff we needed. There is a handful of other shenanigans we're going to have to get into. But what we just did with the dead king will get us a little bit further because we were looking at the fire orbs, and this will be easier to get now. We don't have the empty orb, the upgrade orb. Oh, well, we kind of just did two birds with one stone. So what I could do is I could go rise a whole bunch of the dead kings and just throw them in here, and we would be better off. That would definitely be a good option. So with that, I will see you guys next time on, well, I think tomorrow, right? I am posting another video tomorrow. Speaking of that, I have to go edit that right after this. But thank you guys. Stay awesome. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.